They are allowed to borrow 3 times the amount they have saved. The money borrowed from the weekly savings is strictly for income-generating activities to enhance the income-earning capacity of the poor rural smallholder farmers. The money from the emergency fund is borrowed without going through the formalities attached to loans from the main savings.
And I can tell you now that we have managed to mobilize over 2 billion shillings. And remember, we are talking about people who had nothing, if I could say that. They were using, even referring themselves as the poorest of the poor. But now these are people who have learned how to save. These are people who have learned how to borrow money. And these are people who have learned how to use this money profitably.
Retraining and guidance continue thereafter to ensure coherence of the group and a thorough understanding by the target group of what provision of financial services really means to the rural farmer.
Then in terms of savings, because the project aimed at bringing that or building the saving culture among the farmers. By that time, by mid-June 2012, we had set a target of 1.6 billion Uganda shillings. I think to our pleasure and joy, we had those farmers had managed to save 3.2 billion Uganda shillings.
Have gained a lot. They save and they save and borrow through themselves.
Yes.
And they are gaining.
Yes.
They get the school fees.
Yes.
Those who don't have shelter have got the shelter.
Yes.
The group members are subsequently given entrepreneurship skills, including skills in selecting good vibe or projects that would not tie up members' savings and thus denying them the chance to borrow.
I managed to save like for a year, and I raised some money where I was able to buy a piece of land which I did not have. So from there I was able to borrow money and start a small-scale business with
All the above trainings are carried out by the officials of the Uganda National Farmers Federation at UNEFI Apex level and at District Farmers Association level. UNEFI officials who carry out the day-to-day sensitization and training of the farmers at the grassroots level are the community-based trainers under the guidance of the DFA coordinators.
What you are trying to do is to change people's attitude towards business, and also encouraging them to raise funds that can enable them start up businesses.
The Uganda National Farmers Federation Apex works hand in hand with officials of the Swedish Cooperative Center, We Effect Eastern Africa Region Office in Nairobi, Kenya, who provide the financing of the projects as well as backstopping technical assistance. Regular monitoring of project activities has been going on to ensure that the project was on course.
It was to borrow at least 1.5 billion within those 3 years. But in the end, when we were carrying out evaluation within the 3 years, the money borrowed by the group members for development has reached an accumulative value of 3.1 billion, you can imagine. So that means they have embraced the idea of saving and then borrowing. And this is very good development. With
supporting agriculture and also outside agriculture. So we have seen a tremendous change here, and even ourselves we had lessons to learn, seeing that we still have a poor saving culture, and with savings, anybody who wants to get out of poverty has to first of all have an income. He must invest that income, save and invest.